and a little bit about page hierarchy, but we really haven't talked a whole lot about content development. So that's going to be our subject here over the next about 9.5 minutes because I'm limited to 10-minute videos here. So let's get started. Again, we're at pages here, and let's go ahead and create a new one. And the story that I want to work on now is about the Northern Lights, one of my favorite topics. So let's do that. And maybe we'll, again, remember the title you give it is essentially going to be your headline, okay, or slug for the story. So we'll call this one Look Out for Northern Lights. Okay, I'm sure there's a cooler title for the story, but we'll just go with it for now. All right, so, and I'll go down to my text editor here, and again, I could start typing. I could enter a URL, or in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and add an image. And what better image than an image of the Northern Lights? So I'll grab that, and again, these are all things that I've already uploaded into my media library, so that's why they're all kind of ready to click on here. Otherwise, again, you'd have to go ahead and upload your files one at a time until you build them all in there. So for now, anyway, I'll go over here to this image, and again, its title is Northern Lights, and I could type a caption in here to tell about where the picture was taken, what time of year, etc. But in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and courtesy the photographer here. So I'll go ahead and align this to the left. I don't need to link it to anything at this point, so we'll go ahead and just insert it into the page. And by golly, there it is. Okay, so I need to get my cursor out of this caption area, and for a while I couldn't figure out how they get it out, but you actually just use the arrow keys. So just arrow key out, supposedly. There it goes. There. All right. Well, that took longer than I thought. All right. So it's a combination of arrow keys and the space bar. Stubborn little rascal. Okay. So now that we got that little issue taken care of, then I'll begin my story. And remember that this headline is going to wind up here. So even though you can't see it, it will show up there on the page. So I will just put in something like by White Brady. And we'll go ahead and insert our text now. And the way I do this is, again, if you can have it done beforehand, that's great, or you could just start typing from there as well. But I'm going to cheat just a little bit. I'm going to go in and grab a text file, and this is really important within WordPress to use text files. I've created this one in Notepad, because if you use Word documents, that could be a problem with WordPress. There are some things included in Word documents that don't necessarily translate well and work well within web editors. So we'll just go ahead and copy this information, which is essentially my article, and then we'll just paste it in there. That looks about right. And paste it on in there. And as you can see, it looks a little weird because it did shift it down, but I'm not too concerned about that now. I'll go ahead and publish it. And then we'll preview the changes we made to the page. The only thing I don't like here is the fact that instead of leaving my name up there on a line by itself, it just jumped back up there without me telling it to do that. So I'll have to go back in and tidy that up just a little bit here. So go back to the dashboard and go to our pages and just do a little editing here real quickly, and that's a pretty simple fix. Just hit a return and that should do it. Go ahead and update that, and while I'm here, I'll go ahead and create a return back to my main page here, right? Because it's always a good idea anytime you create a new page to steer the visitor back to your main page or your landing page. So I'll do that. Return to home or I could say return to top stories or whatever, but most people think I want to go back home. All right, there's no place like home, so there we go. We'll go ahead and highlight that, and then we'll go to link. All right, or insert link. That's what this little chain link icon is. And again, remember our landing page is Dwight Brady blog 1.wordpress.com, and that will get us our link back home. And let's see, while we're also doing some editing, let's go ahead and make this story, we'll make that subordinate to top stories. Okay, so it'll be the second child to top stories. And again, we can change this position at any given time, but right now we'll make it second to Chocolate Fire, and so we'll give it number 1, because remember the first story is going to be actually 0. So with that, we'll go ahead and update. And again, we'll just give it a quick preview here, make sure that link is good, but I'm sure it will be just fine. And see if it returns me back to home, and there it is. We're back back to the main page here at the Brady blog as we instructed it to do so. All right, one other thing here I want to talk about. We'll add maybe one more page here. So let's go back to the dashboard. So we really haven't talked about video yet, so let's create a new page with some video on it. And for this story, we'll link this one back to the NMU story. So NMU creates School of Clinical Sciences. All right, so let's go ahead again and either we could type the story or cheat just a little bit and have it already set up, just for the sake of saving some time here. And I'll copy that in, and this won't take long at all. And I'll probably want to put by Dwight Brady or whoever. All right, and again, I'll probably want to put in where the story originated from, and then we'll just go ahead and start putting in some content. All right, and I have basically what is kind of an anchor intro here established, and then I'll go ahead and insert my video. So I'll go back up to add media, or I could let's see. Now we'll go to add media and we'll insert from URL. All right, because I'll go fishing for that URL. And here's another thing that I do. You don't have to do it this way, but I create basically a little Word file with all my web links in it, so I don't have to go fishing for them at YouTube all the time. So this is the one that's going to link to my clinical sciences video. So I'll just, again, just right click, copy, and just paste it right into the oops, well, that was handy. Go back in here and paste it in and insert it into the page, and there it is. And that should be the link now to my video, and we'll go ahead and publish this, and we'll preview it. And as you can see, it has now added in that YouTube video into my page. And now the only thing I haven't done here is put a return back to my home page, but we're running out of time here. So again, you could easily do that. Just type that in, and again, link it back to the main page. So again, every time you put one of these in, go ahead and do it. But that gives you an idea of at least how to add some content into each one of these pages. And we'll do one more thing, because we haven't really talked much about the right-hand column. So we'll do that in our next tutorial. Thanks.